Monday night football, 8 o'clock at Goodison. Everton versus Newcastle. And Dan, you lead on. Blimey, I'm supposed to be doing the Paddy Power PR thing. I've forgotten. Oh, here we go. 5-4 Everton, 9-4 Newcastle, 9-4 the draw. I would be amazed if either of you two tip Everton, but maybe one of you will amaze me. Dan?
I think this. I'm not going to tip Everton. I'm going to go for a little bit of, again, a bit against the grain. I'm going to go for overs here because the immediate reaction when you look at this fixture is you actually think, oh, a dour game, not many goals. But I think
they played for both clubs on this one, by the way, so give some thought to that. But anyway, go on.
No, I think there's reasons to think there might actually be a few goals. Allardyce does need to give the crowd a little bit of entertainment. I mean, they are safe now.
Care.
I don't know, in a home game.
What's he going to do? Come on and juggle at half time?
They do. I know the Liverpool game was 0-0, but generally they have been more positive in home games and they do score some goals at home. So I think that they will, try and play on the front foot. I think Newcastle might be a little bit more adventurous than normal as well. Now they're safe in the Premier League, they can actually, play a little bit with a handbrake off. So I'm just thinking that there has been a trend when Everton play against the teams not right near the top, that they're more entertaining games when they're at home. So I thought the odds against overs 2.5 goals was decent. I'm going to go with that with 6-5.
Paddy Power goes 6-5. Lango?
I was going for the draw in this game. Not an easy place to actually win at Goodison Park. Even we've seen Liverpool not win there pretty recently. I know it wasn't a full strength team, but it's still a better team than what Newcastle can probably put out. But Newcastle have only lost 3 of their last 15 matches in the Premier League, 2 to Man City and 1 to Liverpool. So I think that just goes to show what a great job Benitez is doing. Of course, if he didn't have the Liverpool connection, I wonder if he would be like the kind of ideal candidate. He still lives on Merseyside, I think. So what an ideal candidate he would have been for something like the Everton job if the takeover doesn't happen at Newcastle. But Everton don't really fancy them at the prices because there's a lot of negativity around the club. And Sam Allardyce coming out and saying last week that he was happy because they've avoided relegation. I mean, that is not a happy marriage. Allardyce has managed to annoy a lot of club supporters, isn't he, where he's been at, which, Newcastle fans didn't like him, the West Ham fans didn't like him, I don't know.
We liked him.
Yeah, but was he there long enough to kind of
he did what he had to do.
Yeah.
I mean, he buggered off pretty quickly.
Yeah,
but,
maybe
while he was there, we were quite happy,
maybe it's ones that have got sort of the grander, that they feel like they should be doing better, maybe, and Allardyce when people criticise him, he gets quite rubbed up by that. He doesn't come out fighting, he comes out sort of just with the petty stuff, really, and it just looks like it's going to end in the sack or departure in the summer. So the draw, I think I disagree with Dan. I don't think there'll be many goals. I think it will be quite tight. I've spent the last 2 minutes though thinking.
I'm struggling. Can you think of anyone except Duncan Ferguson?
No, I mean, did Steve Watson play for Everton? He probably didn't. I'm really struggling.
Paul Kitson? I always say Paul Kitson. I say Paul Kitson for everyone.
Paul Kitson, I think he
did.
For both. Yeah.
Have we got Beardo?
Oh, yeah.
Beardo played for both,
yeah,
didn't he?
He did, absolutely. Yeah.
Is that it? God,
Yeah,
that's not good, is it?
Yeah,
Right, let's talk Champions League then, because next Tuesday and Wednesday, the semi-finals, first legs take place. Liverpool versus Roma on Tuesday, Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid on Wednesday. If you were only having one bet on those two games, Mark, who would it be?
It would actually be the home double. I think home advantage in Europe is massive. In the latter stage, I think it'll even be more so. Liverpool saw they spooked Man City out at Anfield. I think they'll do the same to Roma. And Bayern Munich against Real Madrid, a very close game, but I thought Bayern Munich were the better team when these two sides met. They had last season had a player sent off in both games that really turned the tie. And I think I watched Madrid last night again. There's something chaotic about them that I just don't think they can win it again. So yeah, the home double.
Chelsea.
I'm going to go up against that. I'm going to go for Real Madrid 13-8 on the draw no bet in that first leg. You look at the to qualify prices for this tie: 4-6 Real Madrid, 11-10 Bayern Munich, and that's sort of like pointing you towards Real. And then you have to look at the home advantage. I mean, in Real's case, their away form this season, they've won 18 away games in all competitions and 14 home games, and some big matches as well. They went and won at PSG, won at Juve, in the Champions League knockout stages. They are tended to turn it on in the big away games. So I just think that price looks a little bit big to me. 13 to 8 draw no bet.
And how do you bet on BT? The pundits going quiet and they play "You'll Never Walk Alone" in full. They always do.
They
That's
do,
the
yeah.
business, don't
They
they never
do.
do it for Glad all over. What do you think? What
No,
does Tottenham walk out
they
to?
never come out to glory, glory Tottenham Hotspur. No, you
They never keep
give-
quiet for that. It's
No.
only ever "You'll Never
Yeah,
Walk
it is
Alone,"
quite
isn't
strange.
It?
It is, yeah.
I can't have that. If you enjoy listening to Postcast, do please make sure you rate, review and subscribe on iTunes. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Dan. Thank you very much, Emmett. We're back next Thursday.
Success ain't earned, it's bought. That's why at Paddy Power, we paid the big bucks for the best tech nerds in the world to develop our new, fastest ever app. Download the new app from the App Store or Play Store now. 18+, begambleaware.org.